up, Whitey Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Black Clover Season 1, Episode 53, titled Behind the Mask. So, first off, we are starting off with the adaptation of Chapter 78 of the manga. And so, without further ado, let's get to this. Okay, so the 4-minute 13-second mark, I kind of have a problem with it because if you look in the chapter, Yuno has like this comedic expression going on with his eyes, and that's not here at all. And also, I kind of wish there was a little bit of comedic music here. It would have fit so much better. So a little bit after the 5-minute mark, when Charmy gives Yuno the dessert, oh my freaking god, that frustrates me because the berries are way too small. Oh my god, so the Charmy versus Belle scene, and this is like at the 6-minute, about the 6-minute 22-second mark in particular. I really am digging the soundtrack, and also Charmy's animation is spot on. Okay, so this was skipped. When Landgrice, this was after Landgrice jumps down. He's supposed to say, hey, don't shut me out. That was completely skipped. So, and this is like at the 7-minute 20-second mark. I'm kind of torn about about not showing all of Landgrice and not doing the angles that the manga gave us, but let's see. I'm gonna wait and see if it gets a little bit better. Ooh, so when they introduced Landgrice, at the 7-minute, like 40-second mark starting there, that was the angle I was looking for, and I'm kind of annoyed that it wasn't there earlier, but I'm very curious what you guys think. Oh, Landgrice's animation is so bad. Like, I would say from the neck down, it's actually pretty nice, but oh, the hair is completely wrong. There's not enough volume in it, and that's because of lack of line work. The eyes are completely wrong. It's like they copy and pasted Femrol's eyes onto Landgrice's face, and also and like in particular at the 7-minute 52-53-second mark, oh my god, it looks really, really bad, especially since we don't have like the mask-like shadow over Landgrice's around Landgrice's eyes. It just looks bad, and I wish it was there. And also, I don't know if it's just me, but Landgrice looks more exhausted than he usually does, or he should, I should say. Okay, I gotta mention this. So starting at about like the 8-minute mark, and this is when Asta is giving Landgrice the business. I don't know what the fuck is up with this music. This music, it seems so out of place and inappropriate. I kind of wish Studio Period would have used like the electric guitar. It would have been so much better. But overall, the flashback animation, it looks okay. It's muted. The color palette's muted like it should be. Okay, so this is at the 9-minute mark. I'm kind of torn about this, about Asta's eyebrows not being all black. But what really is frustrating me is the fact that, look at these manly eyebrows was skipped. Like, come on, man. I love the camera angles used, and this is like at the around the 9-minute 10-second mark. I love the camera angles used. It looks so good, but god damn it, this soundtrack is just killing me. Okay, so right about the 9-minute 31-second mark, that blob needs a little bit more line work. Because it just looks like a flat-out blob, and there's like a couple of drips missing, mainly from the antennae, but overall it looks okay. But my god, the 8 Shining General we're supposed to fight, or we're about to fight, oh my god, his animation is just killing me. First of all, the snarl is complete. The lips are way too thin. There's not enough line work in the hair, and I don't know what the fuck it is with Studio Period and big noses, but shit, they can't animate them for crap. God damn it, I still can't get over how bad Landgrice's animation is. It's just, oh my god, it's killing me. And the soundtrack here, starting at the 9-minute 30-second mark in particular, oh my god, this is bad. It's like if we would have had like the electric guitar track that Studio Period usually uses when the tension's building up, and then flowed into that track, oh, it would have been so much better. And something that's kind of bothering me, and I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way, when Landgrice is kind of being a dick, I kind of wish there would have been, like, you know, the red and black background that we see in the promotional stuff for, you know, Asta's demon form. That should have been there. It would have looked really cool and kind of give us that foreshadowing of Landgrice being possessed by Ratri. Oh, this entire fight scene is just fan-freaking-tastic. The soundtrack is perfect. The writing is perfect. And granted, the H-Shining General's animation is bad. And if I didn't mention it, the hair is really, really bad. It looks like a fucking white blob because of the lack of line work. The soundtrack is just goddamn perfect. The movement of the fight itself is just gorgeous. I love it. It flows beautifully. So starting at about like roughly the 12-minute 40 mark, and now we're back to the Yami Vengeance scene. First of all, this really proves my point on why the Yami Vengeance conversation, the start of that, shouldn't have been at the end of last week's episode. It really shouldn't have. The other thing is, like, I will say this, the tree, and we saw the tree a little bit earlier as well. Again, the color palette is beautiful for the trunk, and and the leaves look fantastic, but man, there's a ton of branches missing. And also a little bit more line work in the trunk would have made a huge difference. Oh, that transition with the leaf blowing in like when the leaf's blowing in the 12-minute 48-second mark, I really, really like that. I'm trying to think if there's now I remember what I was gonna say. So far, because now we're finished up with the adaptation of chapter 78, I would say so far, writing wise, it's really, really nice. And actually, what I wish we would have done, as I said earlier, is last week's episode ending with Landgrice showing up, and then have the fight scene, and then go into the conversation and start the conversation and have it end where it ended. It would have been nice, and it would have also been nice to have at least some of the Yami and Vengeance stuff, like at least the fight in the recap, to make it just a little bit longer. It would have been really, really nice, but oh well. Either that, or what would have been nice as well, and I'm just thinking about this, is have Landgrice's introduction instead of the recap. That would have been so cool. Oh my god, and it would have flowed so nicely, but oh well. Okay, first of all, the soundtrack here, and I'm talking about, you know, with Yami and Vengeance's conversation. It's so eerie and beautiful. I love it. Oh my god. But let me talk about that 13-minute 18-second mark in particular, because this is just really bugging me. In the manga, what's happened here, this is when Vengeance is saying, you suspect I may be the leader of the Eye of the Midnight Sun, don't you? And that's what's at the 13-minute 17-18-second mark. I wish we would, instead of having the black background and seeing Patri, I wish we would have had it match the panel, because it looks so cool. And speaking of Patri, oh my god. First of all, his eye is supposed to be focused on us, which it's not. And also the hair is way too short. The braids are way too short. They're supposed to be a lot longer, and there's supposed to be a little bit more movement where it's like roping around. Each one's roping around, like circular, or, you know, around, or I should say it's roping around clockwise. That's the better word for it. Like we have like braids over the shoulder, and also the smile's supposed to be a little bit more creepy. But other than that, I mean, the eyes actually look like lit, which is a plus, and the nose looks good. Oh, the transition at the 13-minute 41-second mark. This is when Yami's talking about the battlefield. And again, this soundtrack is just so eerie, and I love it. It fits perfectly. I love the transition from Yami's profile to the battlefield, which looks gorgeous. I love the color palette. I love how it looks so eerie and dark. It really works nicely. So the only problem I have with the battlefield, and I have to mention this, and you really notice it at like the 13-minute 49-second mark, is there's a couple of mountains missing. I kind of wish they would have been there, and again, a little bit more line work and detailing would have gone a long way. Oh, here we go. We're getting to the reveal, and this is like starting at the 14-minute 11-second mark. Oh my god, the slow motion of the mask coming off is awesome. That was a nice touch. Oh, I'm loving where the soundtrack picks up at the 14-minute 21-second mark, and this is after the reveal. Oh, I swear the soundtrack in this scene is, so far in the second half of this episode, is just so gorgeous. I love it. It flows so beautifully with the episode. But man, let's talk about the reveal, man, at the 14-minute 21-second mark. So if you look in chapter 79, when we get the reveal, there's a little bit more of a close-up, so you could really see the scars. But man, I gotta tell you, this hairline is goddamn jacked. The bangs here are way too long, and the scars do not look like the scars I'm seeing here. They look like blobs. There's also marks missing on Vengeance's ears, and there's supposed to be a scar mark like starting from here down. Yeah, lots of skin breaks are fucking missing, like up here in particular, and the shapes of the scars are completely wrong. Oh my god, I'm so disappointed. Oh man, and like there's a lot of texture going on in Vengeance's face that's missing as well, and it just, it's just really, really fucking sad. Okay, so at the 14-minute 30-second mark, we get the close-up, and it's a little bit better, but yeah, there's a lot of skin breaks still missing, and the shapes of these scars are completely wrong. There's some areas where there's even too much of a scar, and I think part of it has to do with the hairline being jacked. But man, this is just killing me, Smalls. It really is. And also, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like Vengeance is missing a lot of, I feel like if there would have been a little bit more line work in the eyelashes to separate them more, it would have looked so much better. And the eyes kind of look weird. I don't know if it's just how the shadowing is, but it looks really, really weird. Anyway, let's keep going. I kind of wish, and this is at the 14-minute 36-second mark, when Vengeance says, oh my god. Or when he says, in particular, even magic couldn't fix the scar. I wish they would have changed the angle and had the angle like on the full front. Well, it's a full frontal angle, and then see like the side. I really wish that would have been there. It would have been a little bit better for me. Okay, so we do get the somewhat of the angle that I'm talking about here, but let's talk about the scars. Yeah, they're completely wrong. There's a lot of scarage. Like maybe if it was zoomed out, the camera was zoomed out a little bit more, it would have we would have gotten it would have been a little bit better. But there's scar marks missing on the ear. There's one missing under the eye. There's the shape right here. The scar's supposed to have some shape, like I want to say it's like right about here. And it's not there at all, and it just is so freaking sad, because this could have looked really, really cool. And I wish there was a little bit more texture, like a little bit more. You see how in the manga there's a lot of line work going on here? I wish that would have been there. It would have looked a lot better. Starting at the 14-minute 44-second mark. Oh, the flashback is so beautiful. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. I don't know what it is with Studio Period, but their flashback animation is gorgeous. I love the noir color palette. It looks gorgeous, and it really like, even if the color palette was even if it didn't like have this noir look to it, it would have made sense for it to symbolize the darker times. And fuck, you could have made the color palette just a little bit darker, or a little bit more muted, and it would have been a really good, it would have been beautiful symbolic animation. Oh my god, the animation of the mansion. Oh, it's gorgeous. I actually like the extra touches they put it on this mansion, like the extra texture with the bricks, and I love the gold trim around the windows. That's really a nice touch. But I don't know if it's just me, but like at the 14-minute 49-50-second mark, doesn't like Vengeance look like Kahlua? I swear he does. Okay, we gotta talk about the 14-minute 58-second mark. You know, it's just, this drives me nuts how inconsistent the scar animation is. But I like the scar that's on here on the forehead looks a lot. The there's a skin break at least, but it still looks, the scars look like goddamn blobs. I wish there was just a little bit more texture in the scars. And also the scar, they put too many scars under the eye. There's not that many. It's just a little thing. And also there's still no scar on the ear. Oh, it continues. The flashback just continues to be beautiful starting at the 15-minute 2-second mark. Oh my God. You know what? I actually like the backdrop. I love how dark it is, and like the goldish yellow, like I think that's supposed to be symbolic of the wealth. I really like that. That's such a nice touch. Oh, like between the 15-minute 8-second mark and 10-second mark, this is when Vengeance is saying it was a hellish childhood. I really like this additional shot. It's beautiful. Like Vengeance is on the floor, and like about the 15-minute 10-second mark is when the doors are closing, and it's like a perfect transition back to present day. I really like that. That was a nice touch. Again, the scars at the 15-minute 17-second mark just look jacked. They don't look anything like the scars on Vengeance's face. And also, it kind of bothers me that we didn't see the right side, or get a close-up of the right side of Vengeance's face. It's only the left side, and that just kind of annoys me. And also, I don't like this extreme close-up. I wish the camera was zoomed out just a little bit more. It would have looked a little bit better for me. Oh, the transition into the next part of the flashback, and this is like at the 15-minute 19-second mark. I love the change of the tone, the mood of the soundtrack. It's beautiful. It makes me want to cry, actually. And you see this contrast we're getting with the light, the background behind Julius. It looks like he's bathed in light. That's the kind of thing I was looking for in the Bakugo Deku flashbacks in My Hero Academia. To have that contrast where, like, during the good times, the color palette would be bright, and during the bad times, it would have been muted and more noir, if that makes any sense. Oh, I love this little extra scene starting at like the 15-minute 26-second mark where we're seeing Vengeance grow in the tree, but there's just a problem. Like in the panel in the manga, it actually has Vengeance wearing bandages on his forehead. Jesus, the little Vengeance scars look terrible. Younger Vengeance's scars at the 15-minute 32-second mark, and plus the hairline looks fucking terrible. I love seeing that bird fly away too. Even though the birds look a little bit fatter in the manga, I actually I don't mind it too much. Music is giving me the feels, but like at the 16-minute 11-second mark, 10-second 11-second mark, and this is when Vengeance is saying, "But my face." What would have been really cool is seeing Vengeance take off the bandages that should have been here, and then show the face, and then say, "But my face." That would have been so cool. Oh, the sound, like I love the sound. This soundtrack is just so amazing right now. Like, I don't know what it is. The second half of the soundtrack is just so much better. Better. It's being utilized more compared to the first half, and man, it's really giving me the feels. Oh, okay, 16-minute 36-second mark when we see the back of Vengeance's head. Oh, that lack of texture in the hair is killing me. There's like no volume at all. A transition from the flashback back to present day. Really nice touch. Oh God, I really can't stand the scars at the 17-minute 11-second mark. There's no skin breaks. They just look like fucking blobs. It looks awful. Also at the 16-minute 45-second mark, there's no scar marks under the eyes. You notice that? Again, at the 16-minute 59-second mark, the scar mark is just inconsistent. I fucking hate this animation right now. Again, at the 17-minute 13-second mark, the scar marks are just so inconsistent. It's awful. Oh, the transition at the 17-minute 29-second mark is gorgeous. Love it. But goddamn, like right before that, when we got that other shot of Vengeance's his face, scar marks are missing, man. Yay, comedic music! Dude, this is what I wanted earlier, man. In the face, and this is like at the 18-minute 39-second mark, the sheep looks a lot better, especially in the eyes. I just wish Studio Period would be more consistent. So we're kind of jumping around in the chapter, but I actually don't mind it. It flows really nicely, and the transition at the 19-minute 6-second mark, or 5-minute 6-second mark, gorgeous. Love it. The shadowing is a lot better at the 20-minute 24-second mark, but for Landgrice, but goddamn, the eyes look so bad. Oh, the landscape at like the 21-minute mark. So beautiful. Why can't we get more of this? Oh, and where the Diamond Kingdom villains are at? Oh god, that looks really, really good too. I have to wonder, where the fuck is this line work and texture in the entire episode? Like, what the fuck? Oh, I don't like the lighting at the 21-minute, 24-second mark. That is just bad. It's way too bright. It should be a little bit darker at least. And there's my boy Mars at the 21-minute, 28-second mark, but the diamond is way too small. It looks bad. So basically, we're just finishing up with Chapter 79's adaptation, and overall, like, writing-wise, it's definitely a lot better. I don't even mind the extra scene with Julius, you know, getting the report, but, the animation problems is just, oh, it's just unbelievable. I'm so disappointed in the reveal for Vengeance. It looked, minus the slow motion, it looked really bad. It did. I will say this, the first half is, soundtrack-wise, it was, like, up until, like, the fight, it was meh, and sometimes inappropriate, but, the second half, that soundtrack was gorgeous, but man, the lack of line work and also the scar inconsistencies in the scar animation was just bad. Oh my god, it was bad. But anyway, I want to know what you guys thought about this episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to my channel expansion, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist, all that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, from me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later.